It hits me somewhere between the raptor claw and the roaring Indominus Rex action figure. This creeping sense that Jurassic Park has evolved beyond being a cultural fixation. The toy aisle at my local Target is a fluorescent-lit shrine to cloned monstrosity. Shelves crowded with plastic predators, snarling jaws agape, tiny humans posed mid-flee. The entire sections are devoted to miniature chaos. Jeeps flipped over, fences broken, labs ransacked. There's something oddly reverent about it, like we're reenacting a disaster over and over in toy form. It's ritual. Every generation of kids and their grown-up counterparts seem drawn to this fantasy of unleashing nature's ancient nightmares and pretending, if only for a moment, that we could control them. But the toys give it away. They don't depict peace or harmony. They depict panic, disaster, freakery. And that's the real heart of Jurassic Park's staying power. Beneath the surface of dino obsession is something darker and more compelling. A fascination with science unbound, with human arrogance, with systems collapsing in the face of forces too big to tame. Be aware that this video essay isn't about dinosaurs. It's about us. Since its 1993 debut, Jurassic Park has evolved from a cinematic blockbuster into a pulp culture leviathan, spawning sequels, merchandise, video games, theme park rides, and billions in box office revenue. At its core, this prehistoric creature feature blockbuster is about humans overreacting, science unbound, and the chaotic consequences that follow. It's about control and the delusion that we ever had it. So why do audiences keep coming back? Why are we still shelling out billions to watch scientists clone monsters, only to see them predictably break free and devour everything in their path? The answer lies in what we might call the franchise's freakery, a potent, multi-layered cocktail of spectacle, philosophy, horror, nostalgia, and existential thrill. Jurassic Park is a mirror reflecting our anxieties about science and control, a haunted house dressed up like a zoo, and a warning that always goes unheeded. Michael Crichton, the original author of Jurassic Park, was a genius for writing about hubris. The novel, and Spielberg's film adaptation, sits comfortably in a long literary tradition that dates back to Frankenstein, in which humans meddle with life itself and pay the price. In Crichton's version, the mad scientist is wearing khakis and building an island resort. Audiences are drawn to this idea because it taps into something primal. Playing God is both seductive and terrifying. Watching characters attempt to control forces larger than themselves makes for high drama and cathartic terror. The dinosaurs of Jurassic Park are avatars of that uncontrollable force, living, breathing metaphors for what happens when the natural order is disrupted by human arrogance. Every time we see a lab coat-wearing geneticist smugly explain how everything is under control, we lean forward in our seats, eager for the chaos to begin. The freakery of Jurassic Park is all in the science. The films are cautionary tales about biotechnology, a field that's only become more relevant since the original film's release. InGen's cloning of dinosaurs from fossilized DNA felt like science fiction in the early 90s. Today, with CRISPR and de-extinction efforts in real life, it feels disturbingly plausible. The franchise serves as a cathartic release valve for our unease about the rapid pace of scientific advancement. Genetic manipulation, artificial intelligence, climate engineering, all are deeply complex, ethically ambiguous areas of progress. Jurassic Park simplifies these fears into thrilling, digestible set pieces. You make a monster, it gets loose, it eats you. The T-Rex bursting through a fence reminds us as an audience that nature bats last. Jurassic Park also works because it is structurally brilliant. It fuses the format of a horror movie with the trappings of a family-friendly theme park. It asks us to imagine the ultimate tourist attraction, and then immediately turns it into a blood-soaked nightmare. There's a kind of perverse thrill in watching such a tightly controlled system unravel. Theme parks are designed to deliver safe excitement. Roller coasters that feel dangerous but aren't, animatronics that seem alive but aren't. Jurassic Park weaponizes this illusion, turning fake danger into real peril. This bait and switch reflects a cultural obsession with spectacle. We live in an age of curated experiences, polished Instagram moments, and immersive branding. Jurassic Park shows us what happens when the simulation cracks, and something primal, unpredictable, and real comes roaring through the gap. This cycle of containment and failure, of building fences and watching them fail, is addictive. Every sequel, from The Lost World to Jurassic World Dominion, follows the same essential formula. Humans try to profit off dinosaurs, underestimate their power, and suffer the consequences. The formula doesn't get old because it reflects our real-world pattern of hubris. Climate change, pandemics, economic collapses. We build systems. We believe they are unbreakable. Then we are reminded, usually too late, that they are not. Another reason audiences keep coming back is emotional. Dinosaurs are the original childhood obsession. They're monsters with the stamp of science, real enough to feel plausible, strange enough to remain mysterious. Jurassic Park doesn't just revive dinosaurs, it revives the awe we felt as children leafing through books with long, unpronounceable names and imagining worlds where humans and dinosaurs coexisted. But the franchise doesn't stop at awe. It curdles that nostalgia into horror. The same creatures that thrilled us as kids are now giant killing machines. The park, once imagined as a place of wonder, becomes a nightmare of teeth and claws. It's a perfect metaphor for growing up, realizing the things you loved can hurt you. That wonder and terror are two sides of the same coin. Dr. Ian Malcolm, played with the iconic snark by Jeff Goldblum, serves as the moral compass of the series. His warnings about chaos theory, unpredictability, and the illusion of control are the thematic backbone of the franchise. Life finds a way, he says, and it always does. That line resonates because it speaks to the limits of human understanding. The chaos of Jurassic Park reflects the chaos of real life. Pandemics spread, markets crash, ecosystems collapse. We want to believe we're in control. The franchise exists to remind us we aren't. And so we keep returning to the island, to the lab, to the corporate boardroom where a new hybrid is being pitched. We know exactly what happened last time, and we want to see it fail again. We crave the unraveling. We want the catharsis of watching the monsters break loose and tear down the illusion. The freakery of Jurassic Park lies in its seductive blend of science fiction and horror, nostalgia and spectacle, philosophy and chaos. It offers us a visceral experience, awe at the power of creation, terror at its consequences, and the deep, unsettling thrill of watching the world fall apart. Again. And like the doomed executives of InGen or Biosyn, we can't help ourselves. We keep building the park. We keep opening the gates. We keep buying tickets to the freak show. And now, with Jurassic World Rebirth, the cycle begins anew. This time, delving deeper into the dark past of the franchise's scientific sins. We see the emergence of the D-Rex, an early attempt at engineering a hybrid animal. This monstrous prototype, the result of rushed ambition and reckless innovation, represents a new layer of hubris, not just resurrecting nature, but reshaping it before even understanding it. If the original park was built on the illusion of control, Rebirth seems poised to reveal what happens when control was never there to begin with. Because in the end, Jurassic Park is less about dinosaurs and more about us, and we never learn.